Robert Livingston. Robert Livingston.
Come on, Lord.
Hey, be quiet so we can get this.
Caleb, do you know who Robert Livingston is?
Me?
Yes.
No.
I believe in you.
I don't know that dude.
I know.
What's the book number again?
270.
272 in your book. Open your book so you can.
Jack has it. Jack has it. Jack has it. Jack has it.
Jack. Who's Robert Livingston?
Congress authorized him to be the new Minister of Defense to offer as much as $2 million for New Orleans and West Florida in order to gain control of the territory.
Yes. He was the Minister to France, and he basically bought Florida for $2 million.
That's kind of cheap.
It is cheap. Well, back then it was a lot of money, but today it's pretty cheap.
Bought
Isn't
Florida for how much?
it? $2 million. That's as much
Now
as
it's like
That's
4 billion.
pocket change.
sure. As much as a nice house nowadays. $2 million. Bought Florida for $2 million. Minister to France, and he bought New Orleans as well.
Yeah, 2 states.
Yeah, they threw New Orleans in as a bonus.
Where's buy one state, get one free.
Where is it, Rady?
Right next to
Where is
Florida.
Where is it?
Is it
I bet you
really?
guys both
Yeah.
know.
It's really next to Florida?
It's down in Louisiana. Yeah, it's very close.
Dude, I thought it was like near California where like Washington is. Like not.
That's old.
No.
Wait, what's Oregon?
What?
Okay, let's continue so we can get on to the movie. And remember, girls, you're being taped. Rainy, remember you're being taped. Santo Domingo. This is a Caribbean island. And then Toussaint Louverture. He's obviously French. What did he do? What did this French fellow do? Luke.
Do you have any of the
Well, it had to do with Haiti. Does anybody know what happened? Yes.
Napoleon sent troops to regain control of Santo Domingo, but they weren't successful.
It says here he led a revolt against the French, so Napoleon probably did send troops to get it back. And he took over and regained Haiti. And he drove out the French. So there was no more interest in the Louisiana territory. I'm just going off Miss Beagle's notes, so. So he led a revolt against the French and took Haiti, which is an island in the Caribbean. All right, Louisiana Purchase. This is what our movie's about today.
Oh, far.
Louisiana Purchase. Good. I'm glad you guys think it's fun. I love, love, love this part of history.
Sorry.
I so wish. No, I'm serious.
You sound like you're.
No, she's not. She's really likes
No,
it.
I really am. I'm so happy.
See?
I'm not kidding.
This is so exciting because they're going on this huge adventure. And don't you guys wish you could be a part of this?
No.
No.
Not really. Sacagawea?
Yeah, like the one about Pocahontas.
Okay, calm down.
Pilot training.
Oh my god.
What's the Louisiana Purchase? What happened? This is probably the biggest real estate deal in the history of real estate deals. Who knows what happened? Zach, do you know?
Not one clue.
Okay, well listen up so that you...
I am.
Anybody? I know this was kind of, you know, the end of your notes, so you probably didn't get it, but France offered to sell the entire Louisiana territory for $15 million. When I show you how big that territory is, it's even a better deal than getting Florida for $2 million.
Yeah. Especially about Harry.
$15 million. That's how much they bought it for, and the Senate approved in October of 1803, and it doubled the size of the U.S. Just like that. It'd be like today if we bought Canada. We just bought Canada, and then
I wish we could.
we were like 3 times as big.
You guys buy Canadian? What? Since when? When did you guys buy Canadian?
Wait, who bought it?
Jack and Caleb.
All right, what's the Lewis and Clark expedition? That's what our movie's about. Lewis and Clark. Kind of sounds like a law firm, doesn't it? But it's not.
That's not awful.
I have a little bit.
Yeah,
real
so,
estate,
do you know
please.
what Lewis and Clark expedition is about?
Yeah,
What is it?
the Louisiana Purchase.
Yes, what did they do? All this territory, we had all this new territory and nobody had any idea what was there. So,
Well,
what
they
they-
traveled and they met this one chick named Sacagawea, and they went to California, I think.
Yes, you're exactly right. They met up with the
Yeah,
Shoshone
Rachel.
Native American woman named Sacagawea who helped them navigate. Why would it be so important to have a Native American guide? Just raise your hand. I don't like blurted out answers. Why do you think it would be so important to have a Native American helping you through this territory? Yes.
Because like if they ran into like other Native Americans, she could translate for them and like tell them that they're not a threat.
Yes, because if you don't know the language, you could do something that's offensive. You could get yourself in trouble, maybe killed. So she could translate. Preston, do you have another reason why?
Like they probably know the land, and they can like help them.
Yeah, she might have known the territory, keep them away from dangerous locations, mountains, swamps, dangerous animals. So she was invaluable. I believe she had a baby with her the entire time too, so she was pretty tough to be doing a journey like this with a baby.
I could have done it.
We will learn. Maybe you could. I believe in you.
See, at least somebody does.
So anyway, the Mrs. Beagle's
We're through.
definition for Lewis and Clark is Congress sponsored an expedition to gather info about this new territory. They wanted to know about people, plants, and animals, and sites for forts. They're going to map this whole area. Wow, that would have been exciting. I think. I don't know, I might have gotten tired of it after a little while. So the two guys are Meriwether Lewis, that's the one guy. That's Jefferson's secretary. And the other one is William Clark. He was just a friend of Lewis. And then they also had York, who was a slave and a friend of Clark. They were scientists, and they had experience dealing with Native Americans. And then Sacagawea was also there. This is who we talked about before, the Native American Shoshone. What do you think it was like for her to just join up with these English, I guess they would be considered, yeah, American Englishmen and take off on this journey? What do you think it was like for her to do that? If you were her, would you have done the same thing? Would you have just left your home and
Yes.
put your papoose on your back and taken off?
Yes.
I don't like where I live anyway. I live with Jack.
So you would have done it, huh?
Always keeps me up.
Jack, you go to bed like a
So Rachel would have taken the opportunity to leave.
Yeah, I take it right now.
Who else would have gone? Who would have gone with them? Raise your hand.
Probably. Wait, do what?
I'd say
Raise your hand if you would have. Okay, everybody quiet down so you know what the question is. How many? Raise your hand if you were Sacagawea, if you would have taken off with these strange men and gone to the ocean. Who would have said yes? Sign me up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of you. How many would have been like, I think I'll stay.
that would be
I think I'll stay.
Jack's like, I'm mad in my
You don't know who
Five,
they are.
6, 7, 8. That's about 50-50. 50-50.
Oh, there's something hot,
Probably just
bro.
got pregnant.
Oh, well, that's another story. That's Sacagawea's private life, so. All right, now the journey itself. Okay, listen up. Remember, you're on tape. Took 18 months. So they were gone like a year and a half, 18 months, and it was 4,000 miles that they traveled.
I don't know.
That's a lot of miles.
4,000 miles.
I can mention.
On foot, canoe. Yeah, it's not like they had a Range Rover that they could just drive.
That'd be kind of nice.
4,000 miles.
4,000 miles. And they returned, they reached the Pacific.
Lewis and Clark expedition.
They actually made it. to the Pacific Ocean, and they returned in September of 1806. And they inspired, you four in the back, please pay attention. They inspired the westward movement. They thought, I mean, everybody heard the stories about this beautiful land, and everybody wanted to start going west.
Me too.
Which leads us to Mr. Zebulon Pike.
Wait, what about Sacagawea?
Oh, I already told about her. She's the Native American Shoshone who joined Lewis and Clark and guided them.
I thought Lewis and Clark were the bank robbers.
No,
They sound like they
Bonnie and
they
Clyde.
do sound like bank robbers, but they weren't.
That's Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde.
What's Bonnie and Clyde?
That's
Well, we'll
another
get to
story.
that later, because otherwise we'll never get to this movie, guys. So Zebulon Pike, he had 2 expeditions. He explored the upper Mississippi and Colorado. How many of you have been to Colorado and been to Pikes Peak?
I've been to Colorado.
Pikes Peak is named after Zebulon Pike because he, I think, was the first person to record it. Info.
Cameras back then.
He also went into Texas and into northern Mexico. Well, which was Texas at the time, was then northern Mexico. Okay, and here's the fun, here's another fun part of history, the duel. Remember we talked about this the other day?
No.
What happened with the duel?
I don't remember.
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, raise your hand, raise your
died.
hand. This is something we're gonna work on, it's just raising your hand. Yes, right.
So it was Alexander Hamilton and the other guy's name. But they had a duel and Alexander Hamilton shot up into the air because he didn't want to kill the other guy. But the other guy shot him.
Yes. At least that's what I read on Wikipedia, so.
Wikipedia's a joke.
Aaron Burr is the other fellow. And he actually killed Hamilton and then he fled. This happened in Weehawken, New Jersey because dueling was illegal, but it was a very popular way for like gentlemen to solve their disputes. So they'd have to go across the river from New York and they would duel in this little place called, and you can actually go here to Weehawken, New Jersey and see where all these duels took place. Because there were several that took place here. This was the hot spot for this stuff. So he went over and they had